He's really likable, really not controversial. He would have wiped the floor with her.
Yep.
That would have been a 60-40 defeat for them, for the establishment. And they came in and they, not your time, right? Remember, you just said it, not your time, maybe down the road.
We'll decide.
Now they're over there. Yeah. And now with the other one, he's asking me basically, actually he just texted and said, I got to call him afterwards before I totally blow it up. But they're calling every night, kissing his, help us get those Hispanics. Why? There was no need for you to come in that race and destroy him. Go find them yourself. Now you need the help from the liberal carpetbagger. That's what you called him. He's not liberal at all. He's far more conservative than that freaking guy that they got nominated. And by the way, how far would all of that, 1 million point two, how in a tiny district like that, how far would that have gone in the general election against the Democrat? They all withheld the money. He raised all that by himself, almost $700,000 by himself, creatively. And Kevin McCarthy told all of the money people in the area, don't give to him. Don't give to him. He turned the spigot off on him. Then he turned it on for his rhino piece of crook. He's a crook. He's a crook who's being investigated by the FBI right now for bribery. For bribing another candidate out of the race. You just don't know about it. The FBI won't confirm or deny, but believe me, because I know people they interviewed. He's under investigation. And they won't ever indict him, Don, because they want another piece of crap crook in their pocket in Congress. And now the audacity to call him and beg him for that 20%. And they're trying to, by the way, it's a quid pro quo. We'll let you win this other seat next time if you help us. That's what it is, guys. I can't wait till he lets me blow this up. I can't wait because he's going to let me. I know he is. They're offering him a seat. A donor told me 2 weeks ago, I told another client who told me that she wanted to give to him, but the NRCC said, no, those votes are all accounted for. Don't waste your money. In other words, like what? You rigged it?
Yeah, it's
Don't
a dirty
waste
business.
Your money. We're not going to let him win. Those votes are already accounted for. What the hell does that mean? And you know me with the machines, but that's like, whoa. I don't like the machine stuff. I don't like all these people talking about the machines, but I don't know. It's Dominion there. Maybe they already plugged in whatever they needed to plug in. The name on that ballot, they ended up reversed, Don, even though there's a drawing for where you end up on the ballot. Somehow they ended up, their rhino ended up where he was supposed to be, then he ended up where the rhino was supposed to be. That's a little, Don. And one person who endorsed him said they were never going to let you win because you never ran for office here before. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'll tell you, man. And then they have, like I said, they have the audacity. The audacity. And you guys think Kevin McCarthy don't make deals with Democrats? You're out of your mind. Out of your mind. Here's Kevin. Here's Kevin with Jim Costa. Mm-hmm. Adam Gray, by the way, is Jim Costa's mentee. So if you think they don't... There's David Valadeo, who voted to impeach Donald Trump. They stopped counting on election night, by the way, or 2 days after. Kern County still hadn't counted all their votes. That's Kevin's turf, by the way. That was all that was left, and David Valadeo needed it. Apparently pressured Politico to call the race. So when those votes are counted, everyone kind of just says the race is over, and that's it. That's how they roll out in California. They start calling around, pressuring people. This race is over. We already know what the vote's going to be. What the hell are you talking about? You already know what it's going to be. He looks real chummy there. By the way, I got a call bitching at me for putting that photo up. Like, why would you do that? Where'd you get that photo from? His Instagram page. You don't want people to see it? Take it down. You put it up before you forgot about your little scheme. It's public. It's on your social media platform, Kevin. So don't have people call me and busting my chops about showing it. You showed it. You did it. I just took it off your Instagram. You just forgot you put it up there. That's what happened. It's been up there for so long, he forgot he even put it up. And by the way, he convinced Donald Trump not to go after David Valadao. With Trump's endorsement, David Valadao would be done right now. Pathetic performance. Pathetic performance. Couldn't even get a third of the vote. He's done anyway. I mean, it has to be an overwhelming wave for David Valadao to survive. Because because I'm not going to say it yet until the poll's public, but these Republicans in some of these districts with these impeachers, they're not joking, Don, when they say they will leave that bubble empty. They will leave it empty, even if 25% does it, even if 15% does it. In the district we're talking about right now, folks, 40% said they will not vote for the incumbent, the impeaching incumbent. They will not. And by the way, when we did the head-to-heads, one was leading the Democrat. He was getting destroyed because they were serious. Dead serious. Even if 15%, Don, does it, David Valadao's done. And so is this other one that we're talking about. This is what they didn't bother to tell the Republican electorate during these primaries. And Politico, the New York Times, they're not dropping any of this stuff that they have because they don't want the Republican electorate fired up. They don't want the base to be in an anti-establishment mood right now. They want these people to survive because they don't care. They're not afraid. They can deal with these people. They don't worry them at all. But God forbid too many Mary Millers win. God forbid too many Joe Kents win. God forbid too many Fries win. God forbid too many John Gibbses win. They can't have that crap.
Because they can't control them.
They can't control them.
Right. It's all about power. It's always about power, Rich. It's power, money, votes. But the power is, this is why we keep talking about this, right? You can take back the House, you can take back the Senate. If you don't have leadership that's going to actually do something with it, the things that a conservative would want them to do with it, then what's the point? But that's what this is all about. This is all about Kevin McCarthy is already lining everybody up. And you've got to get in with him because you've got to be on his team, or they would just assume that seat went to the Democrat. This is the one thing that I don't think is getting enough attention right now. Strategically, for Biden, it's better for him to lose the House. It'd be better for him to lose the House and the Senate because that's the strategically advantaged position. To be like Barack Obama, he did it on purpose. His first midterm, he did that on purpose. He wiped out the blue dog Democrats because he couldn't control them. Kind of the same thing that McCarthy's doing right now. But this is the whole point of this. It's better off for Joe Biden to be able to be sitting back right now because what do people say? When he says, well, I'm doing everything I can, and if only Congress would. Dude, you control it. It's yours. You got the Senate, you got the House. So that's not a good position for him strategically. So it's better off for him. Think if it was Republicans in control of everything right now. What would you hear? You'd hear that same thing you heard from Barack Obama for the last 6 years. Well, I just can't do anything. These guys, they say no to everything. I just can't do anything. I'm helpless, right? And that's how you draw up money. It's fundraising. And that's how you draw power. It's how you draw votes. If you just vote blue, no matter who, then I can do something. Biden's got that right now. And look what he's doing with it. He can't lead. So it's better off to be able to blame it. He's still blaming it on Republicans, right?
And I can tell you, for people who don't think Don was 100% correct about what he said about Barack Obama in 2010, 2 words for you. Jason Altmaier. All right? And if you want another list, I can run it down. John Adler. These people were all gone. They were wiped out. Marion Barry, Dan Boren, Rick Boucher, on and on and on and on. All of them totally wiped out. Democrats just took their hand off the wheel and said goodbye. We get to purge all of you, and we get to have the strategic advantage, which is what I'm telling Republican voters right now. Let's look at Kevin McCarthy's backyard, for example. Is it strategically smarter for the Republican base to fall in line and vote for his corrupt loser in California 13, or is it smarter to let Adam Gray win? And then 2 years from now, put someone you can trust who actually represents you in that seat to defeat the Democrat, because he's a first-term Democrat who can actually in a presidential election cycle, which Republicans are favored to win, it would be easier to wipe out the Democrat than it ever would be to get rid of the corrupt establishment hack. This is not even a question. They have been pulling this on Republican voters for years, and they've fallen for it largely in most places. And I am here to tell people that that is not the strategically smarter thing to vote just for R, whoever's behind the R. It's not. It's better. A Senate is a little bit different. You're talking about a 6-year commitment, and 6 years, they build a lot of goodwill. They build a lot of IOUs. They build up a war chest. A lot of money. It is not like that with a president. 4 years, they're incredibly hard to take out. Almost impossible, frankly. But with the House, especially since the House is the house of passion, right? And the house of each base. And these are the ones who are supposed to really drive the passionate conversation, political discourse. That is not the politically smart move. The time for MAGA. No, that's not the way they viewed this, is what I'm trying to explain to you. The establishment believed Donald Trump was gone now, and now is the time to wrest control back from the party, from Donald Trump. If they succeed, there is no 2024 for you. You can chip away at them this year and then do more damage in 2024. That's fine, but it remains to be seen whether or not there's that much damage going on. We're not there yet to be able to conclude that there is. This was the year to tell them no. Even though Donald Trump is gone, it doesn't mean we're going back to the way it was. And they're trying to present these, like you said, the lesser of two evils. Look, man, in the case of that seat out in 13, or that seat out in California, I don't think it is the lesser of the two evils. I don't think I ever saw the Democrat annihilate an entire population of freshwater shrimp because he wanted to do what he wanted to do against the law. He knew he couldn't do that, Don. He did it anyway because he feels that he can bribe people like Kevin McCarthy and get away with things. He tried to bribe Donald Trump to get rid of the Clean Water Act violation. This is who they want you to vote for. And by the way, the Democrat knows that and started to hit him on it, which is why they're calling who desperately, because he's in deep crap. They're going to lose the seat, even though Republicans have Democrats in the seat. By the way, the electorate was all +3. I was right. I told everybody this because on paper it looks like it's D +6 to 12. And I said, no, it's not. It's only because people haven't changed their registrations. They knew none of this, Don. They didn't see any of this coming. It fell into their lap. They only figured it out because they were trying to stop a MAGA guy from winning, like an America Firster from winning. They had no intention of fighting for the seat. They only realized that it is potentially winnable.